All right. So I had an audition come in at the last minute. Where am I? Hello. What's up, everyone? I had an audition come in at the last minute and it kind of threw everything into a spiral. But how are you all doing? Welcome to what day is it? Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday. We made it. Dinner's ready. I'm ready to party. We're going to hang out all night together. Thank you so much for joining me.
How are you doing this fine Wednesday night?
What's happening, Cloud? And I am eternally ask your forgiveness all the time for being late all the time. It's technically not due until Friday, but like sometimes procrastination hits like a mofo. And so like I already have an idea for it. I gotta hop in the booth. I was gonna get out of the shower and like get right out the door, pick up something I needed, and then start cooking. And then I'm like, I gotta get in the booth and do this and make sure I nail it. So that kind of like shaved another 30 minutes off of my shit. And the worst part is my stomach's been an asshole today. My stomach has been a dick today. So you go in there and I don't know, you might not know anything about this, but if you sing or you act, there's this whole thing where you try to like, tense your core, tense your stomach so you can like really project and be amazing sounding. And all that made me want to do today is throw up. So yeah, but I took a swing. I don't know if it's a good swing or not, but I took a swing. Hello. Let me scroll up real quick. Who all is here? Welcome, Cloud. Welcome, Rail. Welcome, Corianne. Welcome, Amelia Chaotic. Welcome, Zero. Welcome, Zachary. Welcome, Sky. Welcome, Dip Shidiot. Welcome, Mr. Frog. Welcome, Heatwave. Metro Callister, Tech Dude. Neo Fighter. Welcome. Zeri, welcome. Arclight, welcome. Hey, Arc. Rick's Death Score. Onyx, banger starting stream music. Thank you. Brought to you by Family Jules 7X, Jules Conroy. And he cooked so much. It came out so good. Inertia, welcome. Catalyst, welcome. Casey, welcome. I'm killing you with the timing. I'm sorry. I know. When I went live at 5 the other day and there were so many people that were like, oh, this is perfect timing. And I'm like, I know it's what I've wanted the timing to be. I'm just bad. And Apathia Mitchell, welcome. Soat, welcome. Creeping Gamer, welcome. Just wandered in. CB Celine, Abyss Rebellion, welcome. Arctic, welcome. Smaug, welcome. JK, welcome. Elrond, welcome. Auxily and Cloud, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you for the 3 months. I really appreciate you. Fool's Bone, welcome. DeLongo, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Lana Killa, welcome. Angel, welcome. Z Gundam, welcome. Yusuf, welcome. Zeno, welcome. Thanatos, welcome. Riot, welcome. D, welcome. Ranmos. Oh my God, so many people are here. Oh, what the shit, man. I just got here. Put the monkey back my butt is one of the names of all time. Hello is what Put the monkey just said. Hello, welcome to my channel. How's it going? Mazax, welcome. Proto, welcome. Where am I? How did I get here? What year? Guys, what year is it? Wait, where's my sound effect? Fuck. What, guys? What year is it? Randall, welcome. JLC, Shadow Grantel, welcome. Connor, welcome. Lorender. Hikari, welcome. This is my Millicent. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, are we not getting my... Is there a reason we're not getting my awesome cheek puff? I would like some cheek puff. Do vampires need to breathe? Yeah, it's a reflex. It's a reflex.
Melise and Chaos rubbing my sub sono at jumpscare Melise and Chaos.
You want me to pull some lore out of my butt on the spot that's gonna blow your mind? You ready? I'm gonna make this up right now on the spot. You ready? You know how there's like people, there are some people that say like cats will meow. Only domesticated cats will meow, supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not. Is that true? I don't know. Some people say like only domesticated cats will meow because they're like trying to copy their owners or the people that they like coexist near. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just modeling. You're just like modeling behavior. Do you need to breathe? No. Do you breathe? Yeah, because everyone else is doing it. Oh. Hiccups are a reflex. Is that true? Allegedly from the part of our brain that tells us to breathe through gills. What? Wait. Hold on. What part of our brain tells us to breathe through gills? You mean from like millions of years ago when we were like a lizard and then like a snake and then a water organism? I'll make your sound. I'll make your sound. I'm into that. I like that. That idea that you don't need to breathe to circulate blood, but you need to in order to expel it through the vocal cords. I like that. I dig that. Weirdly enough, wait, where is that message? Sorry, it scrolled. Weirdly enough, okay, now I've lost it. Weirdly enough, this has worked out for me in the past and for family members. Me too, I am not a fish. Guys, you know who else isn't a fish? You know who else isn't a fish? This guy right here. This man is not a fish. This has been a public service announcement. Base is not a fish. Nor is the deep. He's my boy. I love this guy. Yo. So thank you so much for the 5. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Who else is here? I just saw someone stop in and say hello. Welcome, Kralhana. Good to see you. Remember, according to taxonomic classification, we are a fish. Jorlin, welcome. Yobi, welcome. Ultra Reactive Descended, welcome, welcome, welcome. Lunar Driftlord, welcome. I answered you, but I didn't actually say hi. So hey, how's it going? Doc Woody, welcome. Are you a Mega Man fan? I was just admiring some bass. I was admiring some bass. I was admiring some bass. Some bass. There he is. Look at that man. That's my boy right there. That's my boy right there. Would make a great VTuber. Can we get bass as a VTuber? Capybara are a fish. I'm a Mega Man and I do EXE. It's still my favorite Mega Man. Are you a platformer lover? Do you like platform games? If so, have I got a deal for you? Because we are going to be playing Shovel Knight tonight. And I'm going to try really hard not to spew obscenities the entire time. Like I did last time. Last time I got a little heated. Tonight's going to be different. Tonight is going to be all chill gaming, and that's a fact. How dare you? How dare you? How dare both of you? No, funnily, I hate platformers. What? I just love EXE because Battle Network Combat was my favorite. Are you like a Super Mario RPG kind of player? Have you ever played Terrain of Magical Expertise, the game that came out? Chill gaming, words before disaster. All right. I will never do anything less than my best, okay? Sometimes I crash out because I have expectations about being a certain level of good at a game. And then when I'm not that kind of good at the game, I get angry. But it's all in good fun. And honestly, the number of games I've lost my mind over only to get to the end of it and be like, I liked that. That was fun. I enjoyed myself. After losing my mind for like hours on end, and then I'm like, that was a good game. I enjoyed that game. Guy from Space, Texas, welcome. GB, welcome. Dacilis, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Every 5 swears you have to wear the momentum armor for 5 minutes. That is a terrible plan. No, why would I? No, no. That armor sucks. It looks great. I want to go into the settings and swap the graphics so I can be running around in black and red, but get the auto charges. So I made fried rice tonight, and it came out great. I've been making it consistently spicy, which probably isn't in my best interest on a day when my stomach is already a little upset. You know how sometimes like your hands know how to make something a certain way? It would have been very easy to like not cut up the serrano chili and not put in the entire tablespoon of gochujang, and yet I did. And now we'll face the consequences together. Melazan, can you please turn me into a vampire? Please, please, please. But honey, if you keep... No, I don't want to influence bad behavior. I was going to be like, but honey, if you keep up that kind of behavior, you already are a vampire, an emotional vampire. I kid. Lexi, welcome. Maya, welcome, welcome, welcome. See, what if I did a thing where I showed up to my most newly discovered peak streamer streams as often as possible and actually enjoyed the content? I don't have to imagine it because that's what I did. What the hell? Well, shit. That's really nice. Thank you. Man, I owe you guys better than this. I owe you guys actually starting on time and not being a fucking asshole that starts stream at 8 p.m. when I want to start at 5. I'm so sorry. Shit comes up, I know. But lately, I feel like shit comes up for me every day. It's just time management. I just need to get my time management shit together. My promise is always, once I'm here, you guys got me. You got me. 4 to 5 hours. I will try to take as few breaks as possible. I want to be here just like in the moment with you guys. However, if I can start earlier, it means I can safely go later without messing up my life, I do have to go. My battery's at 6% and I don't have a way to charge it right now. Well, shit. I hope you find a way. Thank you for saying. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello. I really appreciate that. I hope you come back soon. Hey, Tommy, Nathaniel, welcome, welcome. Seismic, welcome. I'm glad you showed up now. I would have hated to watch something horrible while something good is going on at the same time. Wait, what were you watching? What was horrible? Drez, welcome. What's happening? I will be scurrying back this way the moment I can charge it, unless that doesn't happen today. Fallout Season 2? Are you not enjoying it? I just started it. I've been loving the hell out of it. You're not into it. That is literally just started it like last night, and I was like, oh, I'm fiending for more. Oh no, what happened? Not doing it for you. Oh no! You liked season 1. Okay. I have... All right. No spoilers on the end of season 2. I have played a very tiny part of Fallout 3. I have played like the first third of Fallout 4. I have not played New Vegas. I have never finished a Fallout game. But watching this show makes me want to play one again. What the hell, man? Now I'm like, man, I wonder if all my mods still exist. Like, if I still have my mod profile somewhere for Fallout 4. Because the little bit I was playing, I heavily curated that shit. You know, I had like all the big fix mods with like all of the crazy like dynamic lighting mods and like ultra darkness mods that made the world just feel scarier but brighter and more vivid. I had the thing that like removed building restrictions so I could build in Hangman's Alley and actually build up to the roof instead of hitting like, you know, an invisible ceiling. I could like fully utilize that space. There was so many things I added that like none of them broke the game. I think the only thing that was a little like I added something that let me like customize certain armors so I could like, you know, personalize it a little bit more so I looked cooler, honestly. I had fun. But I've heard New Vegas is amazing. I've heard Fallout 3 is amazing. The little bit that I played was really good. And like I said, unlike Nathaniel, I am, okay, to be fair, I'm only 4 episodes in. I've been loving the new season of Fallout. So I guess it's divisive. I'm digging it. I've got so many questions. There are lots of things I hope I get answers to. I haven't finished it yet though. So maybe I'll be disappointed by the end too, or maybe I'll like it. I'll keep you guys posted. I like the cast though overall. Like it's so interesting to get glimpses of life before the bombs dropped, which like you only really get hints of from what I can tell in the games. Oh, okay. Wait. I had one. I had one mod in Fallout 4 that like only one mod that would probably be considered like a hyper cheat. Everything else was just aesthetic. One mod would probably be considered like a hyper cheat, but within the fantasy of the way I was playing the game, I think it worked really well. Here's what I did. I don't know if Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 or New Vegas have this, but Fallout 4 has a survival mode. And you guys know I love survival games. Like, I love the, like, having to eat, having to drink. Yo, Vampiro, welcome. Sun Ghidorah, welcome. Call me Devin, welcome. Nishake, welcome, welcome. And I love it. I love survival games. So the things that survival does, I did 2 things that are technically cheats. One of them is like quality of life, and one of them is just definitively a cheat, but it plays into the fantasy of what I was doing. Here, let me talk you through them. So Fallout 4 has a survival mode that makes it so you have to sleep or you get exhausted. You have to eat or you starve. You have to drink or you get dehydrated. And then it did one thing that I couldn't abide, and I modded out. And it was, you can only save the game in cities, which, like, Gene Selma, welcome. Bang, welcome. I'm about to say something that hopefully isn't inflammatory. No fast travel. I love no fast travel. That makes the world feel bigger. And it's gonna tie into the thing I changed. But I don't mind no fast travel. You can't save the game unless you're at a city. Oh my God, I'm gonna finish this sentence if I have to kill everyone in this room. Angelo, thank you for the 2 months. God damn it, hang on. I'm gonna say something that hopefully isn't inflammatory because it could apply to some of you. And if it does, I don't mean any harm by it. I mean only affection. But here's my take on that. You can't do that as a game dev. That only works if the people playing your game are NEETs or hikikomoris. Like, people who have lives. I was playing the game and I was working a retail job full time. Like, I can't play a game that doesn't let me save and work 40 hours a week retail. So I modded that straight the hell out. I'm like, no, you need to be able to save wherever you want. I am fine with no fast travel. I love hunger and thirst and exhaustion, but I need to be able to save if I have to run out the door and make my shift, you know? Like, I'm not about to, like, oh, you planned incorrectly. Now you've lost the last 2 hours of gameplay. You guys know how I feel about video games that waste your time. So that shit I had to mod right the hell out. No, you have to be able to save everywhere. The only other thing I changed, and this is a big advantage, but it fit the world. There's no fast travel. But I joined the Brotherhood, and I never finished the game, so I want to go back at some point. I joined the Brotherhood, and they give you like a disposable one-time use item where they can pick you up and fly you somewhere. I modded that so it was reusable, with the idea that once I've ranked up in the Brotherhood, it doesn't make any sense that I can't command a vertibird. So basically, at a certain point in the game, essentially fast with big air quotes, because you have to get there manually and sometimes things attack you. At a certain point, faster travel becomes unlocked because I've aligned myself with a faction that has vertibirds. And now I have a reusable signal flare that can call in a pickup. And honestly, it's so much cooler than fast travel because you actually fly in real time over the city. And sometimes something might take a shot at you and you have a gun on the side that you can mount on. Like, it's a real-time flight. It's a real-time flight. I thought that was awesome. It kind of makes me want to go back and play it again because I really kind of enjoyed that game. You know what my problem is? My problem is that games that are too big, I get too distracted. Like, there's too much to do and my patience for one game runs out. So I burn out on the game before I finish the game. You know? There was a whole sketch. Okay. Do you guys remember? I don't remember if this guy ended up controversial or not, but do you guys remember the Angry Joe show? Did anyone ever watch Angry Joe back in the day? They did a whole sketch at the start of that game. I forget if it was Fallout 4 or if it was a different one. They did a whole sketch. Was it Fallout 4? I think it was one of the Fallout games. I thought it was one of the Fallout games. Where he basically riffs on the whole concept of like you get out there with like this incredibly urgent mission and then it becomes an open world game. Is it this one? I'll just show you guys if it's not. I would show you guys if it's this. I don't know if it's this one. No, it's not this one. Maybe it's a different Fallout game. I thought it was Fallout 4. Maybe he did more than one video on it. But it basically was a sketch where he's like, you know, Fallout 4, you get out of the vault and you're like, I have to find my child. They took my child from me. I need to find my kid at all costs. I'm going to stop at nothing to find my baby. And then you're like, oh, hey, strangers. Oh, you want me to help you build a garden? Yeah, I can help you build a garden, sure. Oh, you need fresh water? Yeah, let me take care of that for you. Oh, hey, what's happening? Oh, some raiders attacked you. Yeah, I can help you set up some simple defenses. Oh, man, there's like a faction war happening over here. Man, I wonder which side I should choose. You know what? I think I'm going to choose the Brotherhood. They look like they've got some real weapons. I'm not sure about this whole religion thing. You know what? Maybe I'll go back and... Wait a minute. Wasn't I supposed to be doing something? Yeah, it's... Oh, didn't mean to be over there. Yeah, and that's like me. Like, okay. I like certain ways of playing games, so like Fallout 3, I got out of the vault, and I wanted to find a sniper rifle, like, immediately. Because I love long range. So, I ran around for like 2.5 hours. I looked on the wiki. I was like looking it up online because I didn't care. Where is the nearest good sniper rifle? And I like abandoned the mission literally the moment I got out of the vault and went hunting down a sniper rifle. Got a decently cool sniper rifle. Then I wandered around the countryside for a few hours just popping people. And then I got bored. I did not play any of the story. I spent 2.5 hours hunting down a rifle. Spent another 3 hours just like randomly wandering the desert, popping heads.
Look at you. You suck.
And then ran out of interest. Yo, welcome, Kat. What's happening? Cafe Foxtail. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, it's good to see all of you. I hope you had a great stream tonight. Whatever the heck you were doing, what are you playing? Warframe. You're playing Warframe. Nice. Welcome, everybody. What's happening? My name is Melazan. You can call me Mel. I'm a vampire misfit VTuber, former interdimensional bounty hunter, and professional voice actor. See, now that sounds sus, and I actually mean it. It is actually my other career. But hello, welcome. We're talking about Fallout. And, yeah, got bored. And Fallout 4, I had more interest in.
Hi.
But I barely got into the second act. Like, the Brotherhood got here, and I got my vertibird, and then I just wandered around exploring. And, like, what I end up doing is I end up looking for, like, I just want to uncover the map. So if there's a place I haven't been, I go there. Fuck whatever the story is asking me to do. And I think that's why I burn out. Because my spirit of discovery and my desire to like fill in the blank parts of my map end up overriding my interest in the story to the point where I burn out before I finish the game. Like way before I finish the game. What have you voice acted in? I'm about to test you. Fairy Tale, Dragon Ball Super, Legend of Heroes, My Hero Academia, Apex Legends, Spider-Man 2, Blah, 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 like a monkey kid. Buh, 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 buh. Technically interspecies reviewers, but they canceled it. You've been playing Grounded too? Pokemon Master? Nice. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I found that the hardcore mode in New Vegas saves are not affected in hardcore mode, so you can save at any time. What is hardcore mode in Vegas do? It's not like a one death thing, is it? Is it just like survival? Because usually in games, hardcore means like you lose the game if you die, which I can't be bothered with. I can't. I'm not interested in that shit. Yo, Blue-Eyed Bot, welcome. What's happening? Mm-hmm. It's just the need for eating and drinking and sleep. Oh, cool. Oh, well, that's really great. I'm glad that they do that. I really like that addition in games. I like survival games. I've been loving the hell out of Grounded too. It's been kind of a secret blessing in disguise that my team is not frequently available, because I think it makes me pace myself more. I have to spend more time thinking about other ways to make my own fun. And that's nice. I think you can do a little bit of that, especially in Fallout 4, because, you know, in Fallout 4, you're also making you have to make your settlements, you know, and make them defensible and recruit people and get people moving in and work on finding ways to create sustainable food, sustainable water, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's why I feel like I'm worried that like Elder Scrolls games wouldn't really be for me. I'm worried that games like Skyrim is an Elder Scrolls game, isn't it? I was going to say Skyrim, but that's like the same thing. Yeah, I'm worried that games like that wouldn't hold my interest for long. Maybe it would be different if I did it on stream because I'd be like committed to it. Left to my own devices, something else just ends up coming out, and I switch games and I don't look back. Ready for the partner direct mail. What is that? I don't know what that is. Tell me about it. Is that a Twitch thing or is that something else? 26, welcome. Also, let me just scroll up real quick. Anyone else that popped in that I didn't say hello to? Pokemon Master. Wraith Redpath. Critical Role is a hell of a name.
You suck.
Belsing, welcome. Feetbot. Star. Cat. Techno How, welcome, welcome, welcome. Julie, Amelia, Snowy Kato. Carrie. Kai. Morning Demon. Shitbox, that's a name. Yeah, welcome, welcome, everybody. Make yourselves at home. Though there is a Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning. Oh God, is it already that time of year where we get new game announcements again? Oh, there's too many games. Man, we gotta like pause for a minute. My backlog is already horrendous. We can't be announcing new games again already. What the hell? What do you think they're going to announce? Another Zelda? You think they'd show us more Mega Man? Good news, it's all remakes because everyone's run out of ideas. Well, we're gonna get more Mega Man. There is a new Mega Man announced. I can't speak for Castlevania Or Fire Emblem, for that matter. Sheep Are a Myth is a crazy name. Welcome. But we do know that there's a Mega Man coming. We've seen a little bit of it. We got a teaser like a month or two ago, I want to say. I think it was like a month or two ago. Hey, Nilky. Partner directs don't have first-party titles. Do you think they'd give us like more Mega Man gameplay then? Or is it like way, way further separated? Like more degrees of separation? Viper Wing, what's happening? Quick question. Did you see my gameplay of Grounded 2 in Discord? I did not. I'm sorry. Are you enjoying it though? I think I did see you talking about it though, that you'd been playing it. You said something about uploading something to your phone. Was that to go from like phone to TikTok or something? Mostly for indie games and the occasional port? Okay. Okay. I'm playing this game called Blade Song for a couple of days. It's nice. I love blacksmithing games. It's a blacksmithing game. I saw a game, man, what was I watching? Maybe it was like an escape room type of thing. I saw something where someone had to like forge themselves like a key or a sword or something. But it was months ago, if not years ago. Ariel, welcome. Is this Rhapsody? It might be. I frequently get Rhapsody on my playlist. It is Rhapsody. No, well, it's Rhapsody of Fire. It's one of the Rhapsodies. It is one of the Rhapsodies. I always start the play with like Rhapsody, period. And we do end up getting some Rhapsody of Fire. I gotta go to bed. I hope to be more regular. Got an early start tomorrow. Hey, have a great night. I hope I get to see you again. I'm gonna try really hard to be more regular as well. I stream 6 days a week. I am infrequently on time, but I am consistently 6 days a week. Time to become a full-time Brig streamer? You talking about Overwatch? Again? Everyone wouldn't shut up about Overwatch today. I feel like I'm the only person on the internet not excited by the Overwatch announcements. Am I broken? Is it me? Am I defective? Everyone's like, oh man, I guess I have to play Overwatch again. And I'm like, I don't know. None of this looks interesting to me. I think a lot of people are feeling a lot of hope though. And you know what? More power to them. I'm not here to take that away from anybody. I only care about the cat, but I've been playing regardless. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum, by the way. Like if you're into it. I don't know. I kind of said a little bit about this on Twitter earlier, but the thing that gives me at least a modicum of hope is that they said that they're invested in more lore and more cinematics. Because the thing that's bugged me a lot over the years is I feel like originally what captivated me, and listen, I know there's going to be players that are like, I only care about the gameplay, and I'm not one of them. Although the gameplay is, critically important. But one of the OG things that captured me was that it felt like a living, breathing world that they were building with characters that had relationships and history. And even though we were just playing like capture the flag maps, I spent so much of my free time like obsessed with like, wait a minute. So if Reaper was it Ramos? Was Ramos If I get that name wrong, someone fact check me. And he used to be part of Overwatch, and then something happened. But the last time that Soldier saw him, he was part of Overwatch. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? And if this is the last time that he saw him, then does he know that Reaper is his old partner? And when they have that face to face, does he just think it's a random enemy? And is there gonna be a reveal at some point? And oh my God, Widowmaker used to be part of the team, but she was like captured and she was like Manchurian candidated and drugged up and like turned into this like soulless killer who doesn't believe in the cause. She's conditioned to follow orders, which means like, could she come back someday? Like could she wake up at some point? And what would that be like? I mean, especially like her entire body is blue. Like imagine waking up from that. You know, it's like waking up in another body, like you look down and it's not the body you recognize. You have no idea how much time has passed. And suddenly you start piecing together and you realize all the horrible things you've done. And how would that impact her? Like she wouldn't just go back to being a hero again. Like how would that impact her psyche? That would break her to realize that she had been part of something so horrendous and has wrecked so many lives, like while in a trance. And then there's the Doomfist, and then Doomfist Gauntlet, which we've seen, and then it gets claimed, even though it had been like a payload, and then Doomfist claims it, and oh my God, he's more powerful than like 4 of the other heroes combined, and it goes on. And it goes on. That shit made that game work for me. The game modes were fun. The game modes were really fun. But that world building made that game so captivating for me. And then, you know, they were putting out these really great cinematics that drew you in, and they did comics that they released that had like sound effects and stuff that they then stopped doing, and the cinematics they stopped doing. And that's what's kind of bugged me over the years, because they introduced these new heroes who like, people are going to like them for different reasons. Maybe they're hot. Maybe they capture a representation. They represent a group that you want to see more of in your games. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, the flower guy is cool. Venture is cool. You know, Vendetta's cool. Vendetta has more lore than most. But I'm like, but I don't see how they fit into the world. Like these people don't have relationships to anybody. They don't feel like they're part of the team. They don't feel like they have any history with anyone. It's kind of just becoming like, I don't know, it's the greater world of League of Legends or whatever, where like you can zoom in and tell these cool stories, but like by and large, it's just like a menagerie of colorful characters that are substanceless that you get to fight as. That's what it's felt like, and it's been frustrating to feel like it's kind of become a little soulless. And so at first, seeing the new announcement, and it's got like 8 silhouettes. If anyone's taken off, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And welcome, Cygnus. So when I see an announcement and they've got like 8, you know, like what is like 5 character announcements and 8 silhouettes, all I interpret that is like, that's like 8 characters that are going to have no history and like no connection to the world. And I don't care. I don't care. But I want to be reasonable. They said they want to go ham on lore, and they released a lore video today that was interesting. They said they want to go ham on lore. And if they continue to build out this world, and I start to feel like Ilari has a place in the world and isn't just like came out of left fucking field, that the water guy didn't just like come out of who fucking knows where, you know, like if I start to feel like they have a place in the world they've created, I'm gonna be more emotionally invested. You know, that's what I'm saying. So, you know what? I'll give them that benefit of the doubt. Like I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the storytelling. I know that people in that building care about story. I know Andrea Toyas, who's their casting director and their director, and I know she fucking cares so much. She cares so much about the stories that they're telling. But at the end of the day, you know, it's not her choice whether or not they tell stories. You know, like that comes from up top. it has to come down from higher, whether or not they're going to continue to tell stories with Overwatch or just sell skins. Hmm. I will say this. I saw their breakdown of the Phoenix Girl, and she seems cool. Kittlecat pointed out that the game has a serious case of same face sometimes, and so you look too closely at the Phoenix Girl and like there is something a little unremarkable. But mechanically, seems really cool. The idea of like a double ultimate seems really cool. That you have like an ultimate that like you can either target and do the attack, or if you eat shit while you're casting it, it still goes off and it resurrects you. That seems really cool. Like really cool Phoenix mechanics there. That seems fun. I know that we're getting our own like Emma Frost type character, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck, it's the mommy, the mother is here," and I'm dying to see how she fits into the game because like they kind of the two places we've seen her illustrated, one was in a comic and one was in their own breakdowns, make her sound like she's either like a businesswoman or a socialite, and I'm sitting here like, why is she fighting? Am I not blinking? I blink so quickly, I don't blink. There we go. I'm like, I don't get why you'd be fighting. But maybe they'll make it make sense. Maybe they'll make it make sense. She's the head of Symmetra's org, a super corrupt one that Lifeweaver left because he saw through their BS. I thought Lifeweaver was the bad guy. Did I misinterpret that lore? I think I misinterpreted that lore. I thought he was more like a Moira guy who was like doing shit that wasn't sanctioned, and so he left to like do his own thing. I clearly misinterpreted that lore. He left so they couldn't steal his invention and turn it into a weapon. Oh, okay. Cool. Vishkar is allied with Talon. Oh, okay. You know what? I think I remember them saying that he was like, he used to work for Vishkar, but he like broke off. And I was like, oh, so he's like a renegade. I don't think I knew that there was more than that. Ma'am. Where was that story? Did they release like, was it like in his, like, did they do like a little animatic type of thing? I probably remember it. It's just been too long. I know they do like, they'll do some kind of like voiced over thing. I hope we get more cinematics, and I hope we don't just get more cinematics for upcoming characters. I hope we get to go back and see more of the original cast. You know, let me see Brig and Torbjorn featured in a Pixar-style cinematic. You know, let me get a cinematic that features Farah and Anna. Because Anna, we only ever got, you know, kind of like a hyper comic or whatever. You know, it's like a slideshow animation. I would love to see an actually fully animated Anna. That would be amazing. If they do stuff like that, I'll be excited. And, you know, I'll probably still enjoy the game playing it. Like, I love Brig. I'll play the hell out of Brigitte. It's just the new stuff that I'm like, people, you know, like they show off like the one set of like Hello Kitty themed skins and like 19 people retweet it and they're like, I guys have to go back to play Overwatch. And I'm like, do you though? Like, is that enough? Is it? I don't know. I say this, of course, as I will continue to log into Guild Wars 2 and Black Desert Online to check their cash shop to see if I can find an excuse to spend money on a game I don't presently play. So, pot meet kettle, I guess. But and I don't dislike Overwatch either. I love playing it. I would love to be in it. I would love to voice a legend, a hero in Overwatch. That was my original dream. Before I booked Apex, I always wanted to hopefully maybe work on Overwatch someday. I just really hope that they continue to tell impactful stories because I've sobbed during some of their cinematics. They did such good storytelling back in the day. And I miss it. I miss it. I want those back. Oh my God, the Reinhardt one was incredible. The Bastion one was incredible. The Reinhardt, they were all incredible. They were all incredible. Well, yeah, because it felt like it was connected. I mean, shit. For all the things that Overwatch 2 has struggled with, that original announcement trailer for Overwatch 2, and listen, even when they announced it, a lot of people back then were like, this game just came out a few years ago. Why are we getting a second one? But you know what? That trailer was incredible. I sobbed during that trailer too when everything came together and when the team showed up and they helped each other. Mercy comes down from the sky. That was such an incredible trailer, even though people were confused about why we needed a second Overwatch. I'm pretty sure most people, okay, maybe no one in your circle, but I feel like I remember most people saying, why do we need a second Overwatch? Because I think a lot of the sentiment was because it was a live service game, people were like, do you need another title to do that, or can you just do that within the existing title? We already have the title. You want to do PvE campaigns, can't you do that in the existing one instead of charging a new box price? Maybe it was that it didn't feel new enough. I knew that a lot of characters, some of the characters got brush ups, but it still kind of fundamentally felt like the same game. I mean, if they're releasing a new, if they're releasing a, Destiny 3 or whatever on a brand new engine and it looks hand over fist different, it's a completely new experience, people are going to be like, okay, I get it. But if they release Destiny 3, for example, and it still has the EDZ and, maybe they bring back Titan, but the maps look the same and it plays mostly the same. Maybe there's a new campaign, but they took away all your guns and you don't have any of your old stuff. It's going to feel kind of like they've cheated you. If it's a completely new experience, you're going to be like, okay, I get it. But it has to feel like a new game. It can't feel like a patch. It can't feel like a DLC. I know, I switched over to Destiny because that is something I have a vested interest in. Hitman Trilogy is a key point in a new game and the saves do not transfer over. So it's essentially buying the same game 3 separate times. Oh, that's fun. I wiped my mouth and it made my tongue stick out. I like how I can glitch it if I'm really careful. Watch this. I love finding weird outlier issues. Anyway, this definitely, I'm going to send this to my rigging artist actually. This definitely files under shit no one will ever see. Okay. The face when you flub a line. Hand to head. Yeah. Yeah, we ran into a bunch of stuff lately where like stuff that like we probably should have noticed months ago, and now we've kind of noticed a bunch of like random little hiccups. So I had to open up a ticket with my rigging team again just to be like, hey, can we brush up? Can we brush up and fix a couple of these clipping things? I don't think they only announced Overwatch 2 because they were swamped with bad PR at the time, and then decided that they didn't want to spend the money to actually make a sequel. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? You know? Felt like Overwatch 2 was just an expansion for 1, and then they cut 1 completely and seethed at the time and wasted money. That's an interesting question because, like, all the skins got ported, right? The one argument I've seen some people make was that they depreciated the old currency in favor of the new currency, but technically you could still use the old currency, if I remember correctly, to buy all of the old stuff. So I'm trying to think, like, was something lost? Was there anything lost? I know lately people are very frustrated that like it feels like they're not really working quickly enough on their skin game because like everything comes out to the cash shop. So it's like there aren't like an abundance of point purchasable skins. And I know that that frustrates people. I know that that could be frustrating for some people. Our faith in the game. I know characters wait a long time for cosmetic stuff these days. Like, I'm still waiting. I don't even play the guy. I'm still waiting to see Maga get his Talon armor. They haven't done that, have they? I haven't looked lately. Have they done that? Does he have Talon armor now, or have they still not done that? Or is he still shirtless? I want him to have Talon armor, damn it. Not to defend a court, but I think disliking a patch is grounds. I don't think disliking a patch is grounds for a refund, says Nilky. The fact that the game was going to be removed from my account. Was it? Did they end support for like one of the platforms? Or like did they stop supporting console or something? Like what did they do to remove your account? Have I played Borderlands? I have. I've played Borderlands 1 and 2 and half of pre-sequel. I've tried to beat pre-sequel multiple times now and I still haven't been able to get through it. They removed Overwatch from my launcher. Oh, wait. So wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I got this right. So I'm trying to remember, did Overwatch 2 have a box price? Or was it free to play? Before I say my next thing. Okay. So walk me through this. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, by the way. You don't have to have this conversation. But like if the old title goes away, everyone gets graduated to the new title. The new title is free to play. So you don't have to buy a new game. They're not taking away. This isn't like a stop killing game situation. Like I guess I can think of a situation where maybe if the new game, if your computer doesn't meet the requirements for the new game, you kind of get like boxed out of playing it. So if something like that happens, then maybe you'd be like, well, I ran the old game just fine. And now I can't run the new game. So fuck me, I guess. But otherwise, what changes? I don't know. I didn't notice. I'm saying as someone who like also made the switch, like I didn't notice a difference. Like to me, I was just still playing the game I bought. So I guess I could see like on some. Okay. Wait. Ultimate Devil's Advocate. Ultimate Devil's Advocate. OG Overwatch had a box price. I remember because I purchased it for a friend because I wanted them to play with me. So you could make the argument that when it came out free to play later and suddenly everyone got to play it, should you have gotten some amount of credit because you paid box price for a game that was essentially now free? Other games have done that. There have been other games to do that. I don't know if other games have done something as well. You know? I don't know. That's what I can think of. That's the only example I can think of being like, well, do I get my $40 back or do I get like, okay, do I get a founding package of like $40 worth of game currency for the cash shop or do I get something in exchange? Was there a fancy founders pack? What was it? Because there are different ways you can handle that, and not everyone would be happy with it. Some people might want like, some people might want like a full refund. But if you get something that essentially gives you monetary value, something of monetary value in exchange for the fact that you had bought the box. I love this. Look at this. My hand is in front of my face, but apparently I'm doing something that makes it look like my tongue is sticking out. Why? My fist is in front of my face. So then, because it was turned free to play, I was told my $40 was not returned after they were closing the game because it was free to play now. Yeah. I don't know. I think that those are, and listen, I don't have a horse in this race. I'm not like trying to push one side or over the other, but like I can see a difference. I can see a difference in those scenarios. Like to me, it is different if you played a game online for a long stretch of time and then the game shuts down. I think that sucks. I mean, there's a whole movement, stop killing games around that, right? And we can argue about whether like that is right to do. Like, should you be able to take the game away from people that paid for it just because you shut down your servers? That's a whole argument in and of itself. But I do think that that's different from making the game free. I mean, a lot of years went by, so you could make the argument of like, well, you had a lot of time to enjoy it. But like, what is the statute of limitations? And do we need to define a statute of limitations? Because if we condense it, What if you pay $50 for a game and then 6 months later it goes free to play? And all the people that bought the box price don't get anything. And everyone else can just download it for free now. Like, is that right? Like, is there a line? Like, is there a period of time after which you're like, well, we don't owe you anything anymore? You know, is there a period of time before which it becomes really shitty? If they do something like that. I don't know. That's kind of my that's my little intellectual exercise. I see you, car pal. I spent about $100 on Destiny 2. And then they sunset all the stuff I bought, including the box price. Yeah, well, you won't find an argument from me there. That still, to me, is like one of the most egregious things I've seen a company do. And I'm sure there's been much worse. But Destiny in particular has caught a ton of flack for that because they're literally sunsetting, like they're not shutting the game down, but they're sunsetting something you paid a box price for. And that's a big difference for me. You know, maybe it's one thing if it's like a $10 DLC or even a $20 DLC. But when you're buying like full box price for something, you do expect to own that. I mean, shit, I've said forever, you know, like even if in some form, we're literally discussing stop killing games right now, you guys. This is literally a stop killing games conversation. You know, like it doesn't even need to be online. If you took something like the Red War from Destiny 2, year one, and just made it a downloadable single player experience, we still get to keep it in some way, shape, or form that we don't get as it currently stands. Okay. Too close. It's impossible for it to do that for most games. I think Destiny is an exception. It's a PvE game. You can land alone in the EDZ. Mobs can fly in and attack you. They're quest givers. You can do the whole thing single player. Like that whole game with no other players would be a fully functioning single player game. No problem. Unless you have to do a strike, in which case, you know, that would be a challenge. I could see games where that doesn't make sense. Like, you know, like if you're like TF2, like Team Fortress 2, and suddenly it's like downloadable offline and like you load into 2 Fort and you're just like sitting there by yourself and you're like, all around me are familiar faces. You know, like you're not going to be able to play that game by yourself. You're not going to be able to do that. But there are definitely games that operate more like a single player game that I feel like they could get away with porting to single player. You can load in all by yourself to 2 Fort. You can capture the flag all you want by yourself. No one will stop you. On that note of developer servers, I wish that any game developers that plan to shut down their servers, regular multiplayer MMO, they should be required to provide the server hosting files for private servers to be maintained by interested parties. I don't know the legality behind that because I imagine a lot of games license a bunch of technology. And so it's probably not just the decision of the game publisher, you know, not publisher, but like the game studio. there's probably a lot more that goes into that, like different licenses that they would need to work something out with. But I love that in spirit. Because it's always pissed me off when, like, you know, Blizzard comes down on like a major private server. Because why? Who cares? Because there were people running like private, you know, a lot of people say now it's because they wanted to do classic. But like, you know, there were people running classic, you know, OG servers because they wanted that original 1 to 60 experience. And they weren't hurting anybody. And then they get shut down and it's like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. But yeah, I suspect that that the biggest hurdle would be the fact that like a lot of games, as far as I know, by the way, and I know I say this a lot because I'm not a game dev. Fact check me on this, but I think a lot of games do end up having to license a lot of shit to make their game. And so within the confines of that existing contract, it works as a game that they can then publish and sell. But giving it out probably breaches something they would have to like relitigate or like revisit contractually. I think the D2 issue is over-exaggerated. It's an MMO-ish. They should have at least kept the story missions, but the explorable areas going away had story reasons. So I think it was the plan from the start. Don't get me wrong, I wish I could go back to some. But I also know I'd never launched the raids or areas. Anyway, yeah, no, for me, it would just be the campaigns. Like, I want to do the Red War again. I want to be able to talk to you guys about how amazing a villain Gaul was and how amazing the Red War was and actually be able to load it up and show you guys. Just play it on stream. The same way I can load up Half-Life 2 and play that with you guys if I wanted to. There is definitely a line, says Sci-Fi Brony, for how soon they can kill a game before they owe you something considering Concord. Imagine if they hadn't refunded everyone. Oh my God, it would be a disaster. All 5 people would be screwed. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. In a situation like that, you can't, oh my God, you can't just steal. You can't just steal people's money and run out the door. That's horrendous. That's horrendous, dude. What the hell? Yo! Hello, friends. Is that a Joel raid I see? Is that a porcelain maid I spy? What's up, friend? How are you? I do want to play Mega Man or 30XX with you at some point if you want to. I think that'd be awesome. I'm actually playing Shovel Knight now. You should come be my player too. Pause the conversation, guys. Pause the conversation. I'm not going to be able to follow while people are spamming shit. I can't read your messages. Welcome, everybody. What's happening? My name is Melazan. You can call me Mel. I'm a vampire misfit VTuber, former interdimensional bounty hunter, and professional voice actor. And I love Joel. And if you follow me right now, no, we won't do that joke. I'm an aggressively, who the fuck am I? I'm an aggressively variety streamer. You might know me as the voice of characters like Catalyst in Apex Legends. I've been in Dragon Ball Super and My Hero Academia, Fairy Tail, Spider-Man 2, blah, 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 blah. And I'm one of the symbiotes in Venom: The Last Dance, apparently. And yeah, I'm an aggressively variety streamer. I play lots of different games every single day. Lately, we just finished Silk Song and Baldur's Gate. We're going to start playing Final Fantasy XIV on Mondays. We're playing Shovel Knight right now. We're going to be jumping into Liza P or something soon. So if you don't particularly care what directory you're in and you're just looking for a cool, chill time where I occasionally lose my shit and start screaming the word cunt, you should follow me because I would love to see more of you. Hi.
Hiya, so stupid.
And if you hit the limited time deal, if you hit the follow button right now, your fang size will go from here to here, baby. We're talking about things vaguely related to Stop Killing Games. Not intentionally. But we are talking about stuff vaguely not killing games related. And I've now missed all of your messages. Please tell me what your points were. I want to read them. I want to read them. Hit me with your points. We're going to be playing Shovel Knight in a little bit. Right now we're just yapping because I've got fried rice and I'm shoving it in my face. Hey! As an aspiring game dev who hasn't made squat, you don't have to license your creations.
Well, look at you.
But it's generally
You
a bad
suck.
idea if you come up with something you think is unique and you don't want people to do certain things to it, or you only want them to do stuff if they credit you for the original work. Well, and also there's that aspect of like not needing to reinvent the wheel, which is why like so many games are just on like the Unreal Engine. You know, like that's a whole extra layer of work that requires so much additional money, so much additional development when like there might be a perfectly fine engine for you to work in. Hang on, we came in at the end of a rant. Honestly, I feel you. You steal money whether by robbing a bank or through a crypto scam. What? What? What?
Hiya, so stupid.
Wait, are you bringing Joel's conversation into my channel or does that relate to us and video games? Oh, I know what you're referring to. You're talking about when I said, you know, taking the money and running. So we were talking, no, you're good, Be French. You're good. No, it took me a second to catch up. We're talking about like if a game launches and then it fails like right out the gate. And if they don't, like Concord immediately refunded everybody. But like imagine if they didn't. Imagine if a game that had like a major GoFundMe. I mean, that shit's happened. You know, but like, yeah, if a major release happens and it fails right out the gate, and if they don't give refunds to the people that purchased the box price, like that's crazy. That's insane. And yeah, in a roundabout way, we were talking about Destiny and how in Destiny they sunset a lot of the original campaigns, even though a lot of it was like a single player experience. They theoretically could have like at least created a single player download of, you know. Instead, they got rid of it. Apparently, they just threw it out because then when they got sued, they're like, we don't have the ability to show you the original game. It doesn't exist in any way, shape, or form. We don't have like a fucking zip drive disc. We don't have a fucking zip disc sitting around. I'm showing my age. A jazz drive disc. We don't have a jazz disc. Sorry, jazz discs were 1 gigabyte. Zip discs were 100 megabytes. We don't have a jazz disc sitting around with the game on it somewhere. We can't create a new build. We can't rebuild the OG game. It somehow was like we put it in the garbage disposal by accident. Like, how does that happen? How are they coming to court for discovery with people's YouTube videos rather than a build of their own game? We have a few floppy disks for backup, but they mysteriously met with a hammer incident. There are some games that would be impossible for, like Elite Dangerous, No Man's Sky, but a lot of games 100% can make end of money making life plan. And the only reason they don't is because they're aggressively afraid of losing rights. UK law don't care whether foreigners get to play their game ever or just straight up hating their customer. Okay, hang on. I don't think any company hates their customers. They love their wallets. See? They like things about us. They like our money. They like our money so much. They really, really, really like our money. Yeah. Archeon, welcome. Semba, welcome. Joker Smoker, welcome. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, even just for, I don't know, like, even just for posterity, it's crazy to me that they don't have, like Blizzard was able to do classic WoW. And I'm sure it took some work to make it workable again, right? Especially with, like, the new way the engines work. But, like, yeah, You're telling me even for posterity, you didn't have a build of previous iterations of the game, like on a server somewhere, like for nostalgia's sake? I would do that. When I commission artwork, and I know this is a totally different thing and it takes way less space, but still, I keep every work in progress my artist sends me. If I had this baby, this game that was like my child, I would want to be like, as a dev, I would want to create some build I could preserve that would let me even just internally play through the Red War again. Even if we never released it, like I would want to once in a while. That's crazy. You know, you just have different like end of life. What do you call it? What is the software term? Final version? There's a term for like the final version of like the final patch of a version or something. But they could have those like snapshots, like a snapshot of each like final release of each expansion even, you know? And just have them somewhere taking up 100 gigs. Whatever. Lordy, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you, Zeph. Wasn't there that whole kerfuffle about Silicon Knights suing Epic because of engine licensing? I don't remember. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do hear about a lot of that stuff. A lot. You know, and I've been around the block, and I know.
Hi Mel, also I miss the Red War too. BTW in making your spam masumi tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Nice, Neon. You gotta tell me how it comes up. I want to see pictures. Drop some pictures in food. You know, I think realistically, okay, not to get super controversial here, but you know, I know that there was a lot of that came to a head with like the pirate software situation. I think that for some studios, I can see the argument that it's not feasible for every studio, especially smaller studios, to have to continue to keep something preservable in a way that, like, if your operation shuts down, you have something to give people. Like, I'm sure there are going to be outliers, but a lot of these companies are fucking huge. A lot of these companies are fucking huge. And, like, of course, there's got to be a way for them to do that. To have something available if they end the game. I don't think companies should be able to make the original game unavailable when they release a remaster, remake. Like you release the WC3 Reforge, where you have to buy the remaster, and you can't buy the OG anymore. Well, and you know, I kind of hit on this earlier, but the other side of that is system requirements. And you know, I know that previously it's not that hard to upgrade different parts of your computer. But I feel like the current situation, especially with the RAM and video cards and now SSDs and processors getting like completely ridiculously hyped up in price, it's not going to be viable for a lot of people to update their systems. And so it is crazy if like something shuts down for like a remaster or something, and you don't have the ability to play the old, because the old might be the only one you can use. You might not be able to run the new one, you know? So yeah, I think that there's a lot of validity in that. And I mean, shit, even online games like StarCraft and Warcraft, like those were single player campaigns. Like maybe you can't go on BattleNet and face off against your friends, but like the campaign is still same. But this game, by the way, this is all just like always online games in a nutshell. What we're really taking to court here, like, is always online games. Because if these games worked offline, it would be very, very easy for the game to persist if the server shut down. Yeah, it's horrendous. I've had my eye on different parts for upgrades, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming that graphics cards are like anywhere from like $1,500 to $4,000, and like RAM kits are anywhere from like $600 to $1,000. It's just completely untenable. It's infuriating is what it is. I'm barely holding on to a 12-year-old GTX 1050. I have friends like you that are running old cards and they manage to keep making it work, and I don't know how. But eventually, you know, there's always going to be a line where you just can't do it anymore. Your computer's ancient. I mean, Amelia, you run Monster Hunter Wilds just fine. I don't know what your Monster Hunter Wilds looks like. I don't know if you look like you're running around in Minecraft because you've tanked the settings so much, but like you do great in Monster Hunter. And that game was famously not optimized. Oh, is that on console? Shit. I was going to use you as an example of doing it fine. I see. Okay, it would explode your computer. Fair. Some companies just suck at archiving. It was Abyss. Welcome, welcome. Look at Konami. That's how we ended up with the trash HD version of Silent Hill 2. It had to be built off an incomplete build because they didn't have the source code for a gold master anymore. I hate ports to begin with. So many ports are like... I remember, God, what was it? Was it like, this is way back in the day, but like, was it Assassin's Creed 2? It might have been Assassin's Creed 2 where like, I remember loading the game up and there were a couple of things I wanted to change about the keybinds. So I went into the control section back then, and the controls section was not like a place I could edit the controls. It would just bring up a picture of a controller. I'm sitting here on keyboard and mouse, and it would bring up a picture of a controller and show me what buttons on the controller do what. You know, so I can emulate that on my fucking keyboard. You couldn't change anything. Like it was the most zero effort port imaginable for a video game. Wuthering Waves have been stuttering like mad for so many people, but somehow my computer can handle it on high. Sometimes like really specific builds just work. Like I remember, okay, this is kind of a recently relevant example, but I feel like I remember Anthem was really picky about what builds it ran on. Like I have friends that had really good computers, but they just had like the wrong chipset or something. Like they crashed constantly. I didn't. We had competitive computers, like comparable computers, but for whatever reason, the game hated their processor or hated their RAM or something, and it didn't hate mine. And who fucking knows, you know? I could run that on my 1080. Case and point. Cobalt Strider, welcome. Anthem worked fine for my husband's PC, but hated mine. Yeah, and I remember like going over notes with my friends, and we couldn't figure out, you know, like it was the equivalent of like well, I have a 3080 Ti. Well, I have a 3070, and it's not capping my GPU. We have similar processors. Like we were running Intels at the time, maybe like a generation apart, but like nothing seemingly was bottlenecked, and it just hated my friend's computer, and it loved mine. My game ran flawlessly. Which is probably why I have such fond memories of Anthem, because like it actually ran for me and I liked it. Wuthering Waves used to become more optimized if you had Genshin Impact in the background, because Genshin is the most optimized game ever made. What? You're better off multitasking? What? Are you memeing, or is that a true thing that people discovered? Patch is 0, welcome to my channel. How's it going? What the hell, man? I'm running the same computer, the same hardware that I have for a number of years. Now, when you don't like this, I can get closer. Just a little bit. When I, what am I trying to say? When I, oh, I'm too far away. Sorry, there we go. Shit, what was I about to say? I just forgot what I was going to say. What the hell was I going to say? Shit, hang on, I gotta scroll up. Oh, this is so frustrating. I had something I was gonna say, and now I've lost it. Oh! I'm using the same hardware. And now, when hey, Orange, when I tab out of a game I'm playing, and I play at high settings, like I play at close to max settings on a lot of games, but I've been able to multitask effortlessly. I tab out, the frame rate of the game will hitch because I'm tabbed out, but the thing I'm focused on will work just fine. I can go to my browser, it'll work just fine. Like I'll see the game in the background might start, you know, like we'll start doing like a little slot, but that's because like the game is shifting its focus to the thing I'm working on. Not anymore. Now a lot of games, if I tab out, my browser is having a stroke the whole time. And the game still works great. Like it's not shifting its focus. And the only thing that's changed is I switched to Windows 11. And the supposed multitasking master race operating system doesn't know how to multitask anymore. Same hardware. And by the way, it happens across 2 different systems. Now I can't multitask. And literally the only thing that changed was Windows 11. But you just got here. Have a good night, Orange. Sleep well. You're almost at your day off. Stick with it. You got this. I'm a little concerned with how you will shovel with your katana, but I believe in you. You gotta think of it like playing golf. You know, you get that angle lined up just right, and you get a really good drive. You can send like it's like pocket sand. It just sends like a spray of dirt in the direction of your enemies. Oh, you're on your days off. Well, then fucking, why are you going to bed? Don't listen to me. Go to bed. Get some rest. No, take care of yourself. Shut up, Mel. Take care of yourself. Do what you need to do. I will be back tomorrow. I will even be back earlier if I have anything to say about it. I fucked up tonight. I started too late because I had things come up. But I'll try to be on earlier tomorrow. I was convinced. I'm making so many Italian hand gestures behind my camera right now. I was convinced. They were like, Windows 11 handles the DirectX 12 better. It's going to be better at multitasking. A lot of people are unsure about it, but as we move forward into more DX12 games, Windows 11 is going to perform better. No, it didn't. I was lied to. And here we are. Here we are. How we doing? We are at a glorious hour 43. Guys, I want to play some Shovel Knight. I could talk to you guys forever, but I don't want to deprive us of gaming. So I want to switch over to Shovel Knight. Do you guys mind if I take a minute or two? I want to get a drink. Let me go grab myself, like make myself a cute little Shirley Temple. And then when I come back, speaking of games that we can actually play, because they don't suck up your entire GPU, we are going to we're gonna jump into Shovel Knight, and we are about halfway in or so. And I hope you'll stick around and watch. I will try not to crash out. We'll have a good time, okay? So in the meantime, I'm gonna turn the music up. You guys enjoy yourself. I'm gonna hit the ad button for 3 minutes. Blockheads, I'm sorry, I'm banishing you to the ad realm, but it would mean a lot to me if you stick around because I would love to have you back. If anyone's taken off for the rest of the night, have a wonderful rest of your night. But otherwise, pull up a chair. This is your time. If you want to grab a snack, if you want to change into something cozy, get your own drink, make a drink. I will see you in just a sec. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick. 1 second.
Well, look at you. You suck.
All right. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So, a lot of you guys know this, but I've been, for those that don't, I've been kind of like weirdly hooked on Shirley Temples lately because it's a drink I used to have as a kid and then like never again. And it like left my life for like decades. And, I recently started making them again myself. Usually it's made using ginger ale, but I've been making them with ginger beer and it's been so fucking good. It's become like my go-to drink at night. Grenadine and like proper ginger beer. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, Shirley Temple. It's just it's ginger ale and grenadine. But yeah, ginger beer. So good. Hi Mel, while you were at the potty, how dare you call it that? How fucking dare you? I learned what the Zentrea Redeem does and I feel sorrow. Yeah, I have three things you can do. I think 2 out of my 3 audio alerts make fun of me. Hey,
Well,
Dex,
look
thank
at
you so
you.
much for the
You
gem.
suck.
Yeah, so
I really appreciate. Wait a
stupid.
minute. Thank you for gifting a sub, Dex. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I read that wrong. I really appreciate the gifted sub. All right, we are going to play more Shovel Knight. I'm very excited. I've got to really quickly make sure that my controller works. So let me just quickly calibrate. Controller is not a euphemism. Bad news. Hold on, wait. Gaming PC is lagging. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, yeah, we're good. Bam. Look at this handsome man. Do you have any bass fans in the audience? Do any of you like bass as much as I like bass? Do you like bass? Misfits, blockheads, do you like bass? Look at this man. Look at this. This is my boy. This is my boy right here. Look at that grin. He's so happy. He's proud of himself. Mel, do I like Star Wars? It is one of the things. It's one of the things I love. I adore Star Wars. All right. Last time we played, I was screaming obscenities, but today it is going to be so chill. We are going to be so relaxed. We're just going to be killing everything. We're going to be killing it and winning. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba-da-da, ba, 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 ba. All right, let's do this. Shovel Knight, one of my many signs of my egg cracking. Huh? Is Shovel Knight like a gay or a trans game and I didn't realize that? Were the signs all there? I thought it was. Is that a thing? Is that a thing with Shovel Knight? I thought everyone played Shovel Knight. If you'd said Celeste, I'd be like, oh, of course. I'd be like, oh, of course. The gender swap feature. Okay, no, that's fair, that's fair. You see the button there and you're like sitting there and you're like, I'm with that. I dig that. I appreciate that. Actually, okay, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that I made that joke when we first played. When I was like, gender swap, I'm like, it's every trans gamer's
Where is your proto man?
every trans gamer's, I don't know, wet dream for gaming. I'm like, the gender swap feature, can we get one of those in real life? I know a lot of people who'd be very happy to have one of those. All right. But that said, Caitlin, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Since you love Star Wars so much, do you know about Bigger Luke? Is that Big Luke? Have I made Big Luke? Did I nail it? I tried to do laser eyes. I'm not good at laser eyes. I wanted to make laser eyes. Actually, hang on. That's fake. That's fake. There. Is that Big Luke? Shit. Have I created Big Luke? Or Bigger Luke? That's Big Luke, but not Bigger Luke? Okay, well, hang on a second. I can fix that. Hold on. We're detouring me from the game. Hang on a second. Nope. Is that bigger, Luke? That one back there, is that one bigger, Luke? Still just big Luke? How can this one be big Luke and that one's big Luke? Make it make sense. Explain yourself. My bathroom's open. That's why we're getting that lovely echo. 1 second. All right, fine. I've got one more try in me, okay? I've got one more try. Shit. Is that bigger Luke? Have I finally accomplished bigger Luke? Wait, sorry, hang on. Okay, hang on, I gotta do layer, because it's not facing the right way. So you gotta do layer, layer, transform. There we go. And just adjust for that a little bit. There you go. Bigger Luke. At this point, it's just Full Metal Alchemist. Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry, kid, I got you. Don't worry, I do what the people want. I give the people what they want. I think it's safe to say we've accomplished bigger Luke. I'm going to leave this in my Discord. Context free. For anyone that cares. Oh, come on. There you go. If you're in my Discord, it's in the Mel feed. You can do whatever the hell you want with that. Don't say I never did anything for you, Misfits. All right. When we last left off, I had failed at getting through the flying machine level. So we are going to continue where we left off. Let's do it. if I remember how to play this game. Shit. Hmm. 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 Oh, fuck. That was an excellent save, by the way. I gotta pat myself on the back for that one. Are you kidding me? You know what? I'll take it. I will take that. That is more than fine. Ow! What is hitting me? Oh, I'm just getting hit by these things. Or am I? I don't know what's hitting me there. Wait, what is back there? Oh, I get it. Wait, I get it. They shoot things. I didn't notice they were spitting. I didn't see it. Okay, no, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, no. Rude. Oh. Oh no. I have I have failed. Shit. Can I go this way? My greed sickens you? That's such a hardcore thing to say to somebody. What are we doing if we're not accomplishing everything? Getting all of the loot for ourselves? I would have saved myself so much trouble if I realized that these things were spitters. Ow! Fuck! No, 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 don't you dare. Nice. You know what? It's fine. I don't need it. See, I have so much self-control. Look at me. I've got all the self-control. Oh my god! What the hell was that? Jesus, man! Bro! Foul! Oh! Okay. You know, it's fine. I didn't need that health. Didn't want to make the game too easy, I guess. Sorry, I get impatient sometimes. I get a little impatient. So I end up taking all this unnecessary damage. Measure twice, cut once. I'm like, measure none. Measure nunts. That's a good way of putting it. Huh. It's the rats on the copters. It's the copter rats. Watch this though. Easy. Hey, Boss Killer, what's happening? How are ya? I don't remember. I don't remember. Okay. Let it be known. Ow! Nice. Oh, I love me some wall turkey. Volume's okay, right, guys? Does everything sound okay? Oh! Okay. Good lord. Yeah, okay. Nice. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. If I drop here, right? There we go. Dude, I saw your VA working. Damn. I know you had a cool voice, but I didn't know you'd been in so much stuff. Ah, yo, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, I do, you know, when they let me. When they let me. Wait, what is this? Wait, where is this? Hold on, wait a minute. What is this? Where is this? I don't remember that area. Oh, is that how I get back? Maybe that's how I get back. Yeah, no, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. This is such a cool ability, and I know I ended up eating shit so much because of it, because I was like frantically using it. But it's really fun. That's the problem, is that it's fun. Hey, Leopard, what's happening? Wait! Son of a bitch! Well, that was stupid. What the hell, man? Rude is what it is. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. No! Fuck! Fuck you! God damn it! Oh, this fucking level. This level sucks, man. This level sucks. I'm gonna lose it. This is the same thing that got me last time. Once you get into this area, like the game, now that they know you have an air dash, the game gets so cunty. The game gets so cunty. Good Lord. Okay, we're good. Hi, yeah. Also, it kind of looks like one of the areas I was following, it kind of looks like there was a platform, which doesn't help because it looks like a place you should be able to land, but then you don't land there and you fall past it. You know? Hey, Go-Go. Holy shit, man! Don't care. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. At least I don't have to stay up until 6 a.m. crunching? Crunching what? Go-Go? Are you taking a class or something? Also, Star Jeffrey, welcome, and anyone else that stopped in, hello. I'll be with you momentarily. Our internal playtest build on video game is finally out of our hands. This has happened really quickly, and you're on QA for this? What kind of crunch are we talking here? Because this thing, like, I only heard about this thing for the first time, like, a week ago, and now you're talking like you're like last week before the game ships. Oh, that's cool. I did get the promotion to designer pretty much as I told you about, so I had to make sure the entire list of content I designed functioned as intended. Well, that's cool. Nice, good for you. Is this with the studio that our mutual friend works for, or is this like a completely different... Is this just like a contract gig? You'll have to tell me how you got involved with that at some point. I'm still, you know, my brain is... I've got like one brain cell rubbing together as quickly as it can, but I am still putting together